The guy's supposed to be a top-tier assassin, but he never loads bullets into his gun, because he's an accident maker. As the name suggests, he creates accidents, and makes his targets meet an untimely death. When his target shows up in his crosshairs, Boyka doesn't pull the trigger right away. Instead, he aims at a car approaching a sharp turn. One shot pops the car's tire. Watching the target get slammed into a pile of meat, Boyka immediately packs up and leaves the scene. By the time the police arrive, they'll just think it was an ordinary traffic accident, because the only thing in his gun is a glass pellet. Just like that, Boyka successfully completes an assassination mission. But what he didn't expect was that after the job, his boss would tell him to collect the payment himself. At that moment, Boyka starts feeling something's off, but out of trust for his boss, he doesn't think much of it. However, when he finally reaches the meeting point, he's suddenly ambushed by a hitman. Luckily, Boyka's quick reflexes save him. He ducks behind cover just in time, barely escaping with his life. Seeing his guns out of ammo, the hitman hops on a motorcycle and tries to escape, but Boyka's not gonna let him get away. A flying kick knocks the guy to the ground. With no other option left, the hitman starts brawling with Boyka, but he's no match for Boyka. A few moves later and the hitman's down for the count. Boyka asks who sent him, but the hitman refuses to answer. That's when Boyka loses it. Without a second thought, he snaps the guy's arm, and finishes him with one quick move. Not wanting to cause any trouble, Boyka, the accident maker, immediately turns the scene into a so-called accident, though he escapes unscathed. His ex-girlfriend doesn't have the same luck. In the middle of the night, Boyka gets the bad news. His ex-girlfriend died in an accident at home. On the day of the funeral, Boyka sneaks to the cemetery. After everyone leaves, he slowly walks to her gravestone. Out of nowhere, her best friend shows up, and reveals a shocking secret. His ex was pregnant with his child. This news hits Boyka like a ton of bricks. Later that night, a news story plays on the TV, saying the two robbers who hurt his ex-girlfriend died from eating too many sweets. Boyka knows something's off about this. The whole thing feels too coincidental. So, to figure out what happened to his ex, he heads to her house to search for clues. But what he discovers is something he never expected. As soon as he arrives at her place, he senses something's wrong. Recreating the scene, he realizes the two robbers just took some cash and left. That doesn't add up. Sure enough, when he pulls out his ex's autopsy report, he finds traces of a special drug in her blood. It's a common poison in the assassin world, used to force victims to spill valuable info. This leads Boyka to immediately suspect that his ex's death was the work of a pro hitman, and the method used was the same one his two colleagues often rely on. You fucking bastards.